Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This time we're on episode 22. Last we left off, we had Scar and Ed and Roy Mustang and everybody fighting in the streets. Not really sure where that's going, except we saw Bradley and Gluttony show up at the very end and attack Ling Yao and his female assistant. I still don't know her name. Apologies for that. Looked like Bradley hurt her pretty bad in the end. Her mask broke. I don't know if she's in actual trouble. I don't know what Ling Yao's gonna do about it. I mean, he's got like a sword, but I don't know how he's gonna take on Bradley or Gluttony with a sword, considering Riza shot Gluttony a bunch of times, Roy exploded him, and Gluttony was mostly fine. And obviously Bradley is probably even more of a big deal than Gluttony is. So either way, I don't really know how they're gonna stand a chance, but I guess we're gonna have to see. We don't know enough about Ling Yao at this point to really know what he's capable or not capable of. If you guys want to see the next episodes right now, you can head on over to my Patreon. We are this many weeks ahead over on Patreon, so it should be quite a bit, and it's still climbing. I'm getting farther and farther ahead as time goes on. So if you want to see those episodes, head on over there right now. They're also extended reactions, so the videos are a bit longer. You get the pretty much full-length reaction and more discussion to go along with it. And of course, that means I get to see your comments faster, and I respond to just about every Patreon comment I get. Here we go. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 22. Let's get it. Oh, wait. Look, I just noticed that they're fighting Ling Yao there. I saw that. I just saw Ling's yellow coat. I never noticed that before. Well, I guess that's this episode, then. This should be pretty hype. Normally, this is the post-credit, like, thing, which I don't usually watch. I'm on the lookout for post-credits still, but there hasn't been one in 20 episodes.
Before long, the homunculi Wrath and Gluttony appeared. However,
Right. She's fine. Oh. Good thing she didn't land on her head. That would have probably been it.
Clever. You took a swipe at me with your kunai.
Can I eat her now?
If a kunai can slice a sword. Pretty sure they're more for throwing than anything. Ooh, okay. Alright. Alright, this is what I want to see. He's nasty.
Please stay with me.
Damn, he took his arms and his head off in one swipe.
If you thought you could escape from me that easily, I'm afraid you'll find you're surely mistaken.
And Bradley's scarier though, I think.
I see you're no stranger to combat.
It's pretty cool that someone in the royal family can fight that well.
He's trying to stay in my blind spot. Gluttony!
How does he see their weakness with the eye patch on though? Maybe he can just see through it. It's a one-way.
You might stand a fair chance of getting away if you'd only abandon the injured girl because she's just excess baggage at this point.
Excess baggage? I can see all those stars on your uniform. You're the ruler here. Fuhrer King Bradley, unless I'm mistaken. A ruler's duty is to his people. Without them, he is no king at all.
Ooh.
King Bradley.
Okay.
You're no true king. Not now or ever.
Naive boy.
Nice. I like that.
That there are no true kings in this world.
So incredibly short pause and talking point here, because what Ling Yao just said was actually really, really important. I've drawn a lot of comparison between Ling Yao and Greed in the past. I noticed that, you know, their quest for immortality. I made a bunch of comparisons on how they're so similar, right? But he just said something that is in stark contrast to the Greed that we knew. Greed said, if you recall, when King Bradley was fighting all the Mara squad and everybody in episode 14, he was killing them. Greed got really angry that Bradley killed them because he said, you know, you're basically killing my property. You're stealing from me. Basically in a really, really selfish, you know, I don't care about them. This is more just for me type thing. But what Ling Yao just said was in pretty much stark contrast to that. He said, a ruler with like no people is no king at all. Or he said something along those lines. I don't recall exactly, but he was basically saying he needs his people. It's not for him. It's for all of them. It's for both of them. It's a mutual sort of relationship. And as soon as he said that, it kind of clicked with me that that was in such a difference from the Greed that we knew. So I don't know what it really means, but it immediately just threw me back to like, wow, that's totally different than what we've been hearing so far. I just had to stop and say that because I'm assuming a lot of things is about to go down right now.
Don't you understand that there are no true kings in this world?
I wonder what he means by that too. Like, they have flashbangs? Flashbangs are pretty
Judging by the draft,
advanced, are they
there's the
not?
exit.
Nice try.
It's not stopping you.
Flash bomb didn't succeed in blinding this eye.
Okay. Put the eye patch on. Backs in the distance. The 22. Went to go visit their graves. Like, this is great. I'm not gonna complain, but man, I want to see what's happening with the fight. Don't take me out of that. It's so jarring of a difference. Oh, they're visiting Hugh's grave. Gotcha.
Watching Mr. Hughes leave that day was like the last time I saw Mom and Dad. Just their backs as they walked away.
You'll come and visit once in a while, won't you?
The episode title, huh?
After all, we wouldn't want him to get lonesome here.
It's so sad.
Yes, of course I will.
Wholesome. Poor Alicia. She's happy though. No. I believe somebody told me in the 2003 version they actually went to Xing as well. They didn't stay in the capital.
I hear the Elrics are wreaking havoc.
What, again?
The MPs have been running around like crazy.
What's gonna be her reaction to this?
They're in another fight? Good grief.
It seems
Oh,
they're
well, that's
after
more tame
Alchemy
than I
and
thought.
killing off state alchemists. Seriously? They haven't caught him yet?
What is the military waiting for?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
No, not again, please.
They're about all she has left. Scar's just such a beast. I still want to know. Look at those 3D shots. That was pretty cool. Al? Good job, Al.
Nice one, brother. Appreciate it. We need to get out of here now.
Permission to fire? Not yet. Why the hell not?
You guys should probably just get out of here.
Ling hasn't fired the signal flare yet, and Brother's getting tired. I have to buy us some time.
I don't know.
Scar,
Al doesn't seem to
you
have like
say you believe
stamina
that
or
alchemists
something.
have defied
He could probably
God.
fight a lot longer.
Isn't that hypocritical? You use alchemy just like we do.
I explained it when we met in East City. It's balance. Where there are creators, there must be a destroyer.
That's a lie. You're using the name of your god to justify murder. Revenge is all you care about.
He threw away his god though.
When you killed Shao Tucker and Nina, I suppose you believe you were doing God's work then too.
Interesting. You two saw that abomination as well, did you? Alchemy created that tragic creature. So, that's the science you would spend your lives following?
It's not alchemy, it's Tucker. It's the people that use alchemy.
He's the result of messing around with somebody's life.
That chimera was made because a man thought he could create, when creation is the province of God alone.
Maybe you're right. But why did you have to kill her? You stole what little life she had left.
Foolish as you are, you must still have known that chimera could never have returned to her human state. Got its life as a laboratory specimen. Treated as a test subject, but never again as a human being.
This is moral dilemma if I've ever heard one.
He's right. Even then, we knew that Nina would be sent off to live in a laboratory. We knew full well what would happen to her.
We didn't want to think about it.
Okay, maybe I'm forgetting some detail because there are a lot of details in alchemy, and you have to admit that there's a lot of intricacies and technicalities with how alchemy really works. And it's only getting more complicated with the whole human transmutation thing that we've been learning about, how Al's body may be out there somewhere or in the portal somewhere. Point is, it's complicated. So I could be wrong in what I'm about to say, but isn't it theoretically possible that Nina could have been brought back to her human body as well through some sort of like reverse alchemy? Like whenever Nina's body and Alexander's body were fused together, I don't know if it was like a technical fusion because it's more like it was more like her soul went into the dog's body than anything. There was some physical changes in the dog as well, but it was more dog looking than human looking, I guess you could say. I guess what I'm kind of trying to get at is that maybe Nina's body was used as the sort of exchange force to put the soul into the dog, and maybe some got transferred over just for like visual effect. But I mean, I don't know how they could say for sure that there was no way they could bring her back, but that's almost besides the point. I feel like this is like a huge moral dilemma. It kind of makes me think about how it's like a really controversial thing when people talk about like, is it okay to take someone off like life support or like humanely kill somebody if they're suffering, right? Like it's a real world issue and people have a bunch of different opinions on it. It kind of harkens to that in some sort of way because from their point of view, from their knowledge point, Nina will literally just live her life in a state of like suffering. She'll never get better. Nothing will ever happen. It'll be miserable. So is it merciful to kill them? Is mercy killing morally okay? Or is it sort of playing God? Is it kind of like I'm saying, is it jumping the gun a little bit too much if you don't know? Because nothing in the future is necessarily guaranteed, right? Or there are very few things that are guaranteed. I feel like when people get it in their heads that things are guaranteed, more often than not, that really isn't the case. There are a few things in life that are guaranteed. Leave it to Fullmetal Alchemist to stop an actual fight scene and give me some sort of ethical dilemma. Is Winry just gonna stumble upon them right now? That'll be... Oh, looks like it, actually. She's kind of putting herself and them in danger.
Have made some serious mistakes. But
Winry's parents,
that
Scar.
doesn't make what you're doing right, and we can't let you continue. You're so self-righteous. But do you remember two Amestrian doctors named Rockbell? The order came down to end the uprising and exterminate Ishval, but that didn't stop them. They kept right on helping your people.
Wait, brother!
Don't you remember them? Those doctors saved your life, and you killed them!
Was that him for sure? I mean, I guess they really made it seem like it was, but...
Brother!
What are you talking about, Ed? You mean he's the man who killed them? My parents? He killed them.
This might be a wake-up for Scar.
It's worse.
If he has any sort of humanity left inside of him.
And you killed them. Why did you? They were my mom and dad. What did they ever do to you?
This could be huge.
They were doctors. They helped people. They didn't deserve to die. Give them back.
Scar wouldn't attack her, I don't think.
Dad, you monster!
The gun, yeah, I was with the comment on that. I don't think Winry would do it, though. She's too good. She'll point, but she won't shoot.
You feel, but your vengeance will only sow the seeds of further violence. What you're doing is senseless revenge, and it's feeding a fruitless cycle of death. You must end this cycle once and for all.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, don't do this, man. Oh, this
Alchemist.
is big for Scar. This is huge.
Girl is the doctor's daughter. You have the right. Shooting me would be justified.
Right. Okay, here we go. More. Are we gonna see Kimberly in this, maybe?
Brother!
We know Kimberly was involved as far as
Listen,
backstory.
the
Probably
armed
the
forces
reason
have
he
almost
hates
arrived.
Alchemist so much.
This is no time to be looking at your notes.
Just a minute more, I'm almost there.
What are those tattoos for?
Oh, these things? The basis of alchemy is understanding, deconstruction, and reconstruction.
Was it his brother that...
Your brother is the only one who can stand against the state alchemists.
Is the death of his brother potentially why he resents alchemy as well?
He could find a way to annihilate the military. The threat to us would be ended.
I don't know. There's so many ways this could go.
Before they can kill us.
Take them down. With alchemy, we'll beat them at their own game.
Pay them back in blood.
Where it started with him, huh?
See this, brother? This is the science that you would spend your life following. You may think it's for the greater good, that it could help our people.
Ugh.
You don't even see the evil you're creating.
This is such another huge moral dilemma that has such real life parallels. Is it the weapon or the people that use the weapons? You know, it's hard to say, right? You could make very good arguments for both.
So this is your alchemy, brother?
Damn. Okay, Scar. You don't need alchemy.
This is the great power.
I got you.
This is going to save our people.
Chances are his brother wanted nothing to do with war, though.
Father! Mother! Are you alright?
Yes, we're both okay. Luckily, we were already prepared to flee from here in case we needed to.
We'll get going.
Sorry, I'm
Because something
late.
bad's about to happen,
There were some
probably.
important notes I needed to compile.
What do you mean?
Here, I want you to hold on to this.
Why? What is it?
These are my research notes. This is all that I was able to bring. Take them and get away now.
Hold on a minute.
If anything happens to me, I don't want my research to have been for nothing.
Why don't you just take it and run away yourself?
Damn, what a Chad.
Because you're a warrior of the Ishvalan people. You've been well trained. Let's be honest here. You're a lot more likely to survive this than I am. Just look. My legs won't stop shaking. Some big brother.
You will survive.
Oh no, is this him? Oh, it's totally him.
Is that a soldier?
I'm so interested in him.
Look at his hands. He's a state alchemist.
I want to say something, but... Wow. Look at him standing up. Standing up when it counts, even when he's scared. The thing I wanted to say, Kimberly is the Crimson Alchemist, and I've been wondering what that means. But there's only one thing I can think of. That's the crimson color of
Stay
blood.
with me. Don't you die.
I don't know what else it would mean. Oh wow, his whole arm was gone.
Damn. I can't stop the bleeding.
And that's how he got his scar
His
too.
arm. Where's my brother's arm? Where is it?
Wait a minute. Does he use his own arm? Is that why it has the tattoo of the... Oh.
Someone.
Oh no.
Anyone?
Wait. Yeah. Oh no. That's why he has the one arm with tattoos. No way, dude.
I won't let you.
You can do that? And it's the deconstruct arm that he lost.
To keep fighting. Let me go back
Oh.
out there.
No, you're staying right where you
Oh,
are.
it's all
That's
connecting.
right. We didn't treat you just to let you die.
That's why he woke up in a
You and
rage.
your wife should get out of here. Young man, we're not going anywhere.
Because his other arm
Anyone who
with
can
to
move on their own,
construct
go
was
now.
what he used to...
He's awake.
Don't move or you'll open up your wounds. Come here. Dear, come here.
I don't want to
Aren't
see
well enough
this.
to move around on your
I
own
really
yet.
don't.
Somebody, get a cart.
Yeah, he's
Take
gonna be in
this
a
man
frenzy.
with you. He needs help.
Brother's tattoos. You're alive. Brother, you've made it.
Not even his... Not even his arm.
What is going on here?
Sedatives.
There aren't any more. We used them all up.
Yeah. I totally get why he did it now.
State alchemist.
Wow.
A mess.
There's so much to talk about. Oh my god.
You will pay. All of you will pay.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. So, where do I start with this? I guess we could start with Kimberly. Isn't it interesting how we don't really know anything about Kimberly as far as the story progression goes so far? We know he was in prison, he was the Crimson Alchemist, and he was involved in the Ishval War. And we know that now we have his involvement in Scar's backstory. And despite not knowing much more than that, really, which is, and let's be honest, that's pretty minimal information up till now. And despite this like huge lack of information we have on Kimberly, he's kind of like the backbone of the story right now. And by that I mean he's a big reason of why Scar is the way he is. And then I don't know, it's just like a huge butterfly effect that Kimberly and his utter bloodlust has had on the story. So he continues and continues and continues to get built up as probably like one of the primary antagonists, because kind of like Ling Yao came in as a third party. He wasn't necessarily on like the homunculus side. He wasn't on like the good side. But now we have Kimberly, who's probably going to come into the story at some point. We know he's going to come in at some point. And, you know, he's not aligned with anybody either. He's just also in it for his own gain. But wow, what a story that we had with Scar and his brother. I mean, it really, as it was happening, you could see the moment real time where I realized that the reason Scar has tattoos on his left arm is because it's not his arm, it's his brother's. Like, you can see the moment it hit me. Before they came out and said it, it hit me. There's so much to unpack here, like with Scar's relationship with alchemy, even prior to everybody around him dying, even prior to the clinic incident. He already sort of resented alchemy for some of the similar reasons that he does now. He saw it as a tool for destruction, which it is a tool for destruction, but it's also a tool that can be used for good. And we've seen it. We know it can be used for good. It's so much of a black and white picture painted through hatred for Scar that even though in some ways his methods are justified, and they are justified to some extent, but this whole interaction with Winry I think is going to be a really, really big, potentially turning point for multiple characters, Winry and Scar included. I think it shows a little bit to Scar's intelligence and his awareness of himself, his self-awareness, that the moment Winry pointed that gun on him, he had the internal flashback to where, you know, the elder was saying that you're sowing a cycle of violence, and the cycle of violence is gonna come back to bite you. And I'm pretty impressed that Scar kind of said, you know, oh, it's justified. It does show a lot of self-awareness. I think even Scar knows what he's doing is wrong, but he has kind of pushed himself into a corner. He thinks there's no turning back. But we know that reality doesn't often work that way, and that you're very seldom in a situation where there is no chance to turn back. And even if there isn't a way to correct it, there's a chance to prevent more wrong from happening.
Don't do it, Winry.
The Winry's not going to do it, though.
You know you don't want to do this.
She has all the justification to do it, but she's not going.
But no, the moment you pull the trigger, there's no going back. You will be my enemy.
Scar!
If you think I'll let you hurt one hair on her head!
Will you kill me? That'd be fine with me. Until one of us dies, boy, this chain of hatred will continue. But don't ever forget!
It continues whether or not
was the
who
Amestrians
dies.
who first pulled the trigger during the Civil War. It was your people!
Winry, don't shoot!
Just put the gun down and get out of here! Winry!
If you can't shoot, then do as the boy told you. You're in my way!
Don't shoot!
He's doing exactly what his brother did. Yep. Yep. Oh. Oh, that shook him. I saw that right as it was happening. Hey! Watch the cat, man.
What are you doing? Both of you will get killed! Hurry and get Winry somewhere safe!
Winry, let go of the gun.
I couldn't shoot.
I know you couldn't, and it's okay.
But that man,
Let's
he's
listen.
the one who killed my mom and dad.
Guys, I know, but another time, please.
Don't do it.
Al's kind of.
Why not?
Remember
I know, but
you delivered that baby. You saved 2 lives. And you gave me an arm and a leg to replace the ones I've lost.
Oh. Man, the show's so good. I can't. Let it all out. What an episode. We've got a ton of Scar backstory, some confrontations and some words exchanged that kind of was a long time coming, kind of needed to happen. We had sort of Kimberly's reintroduction to the story, or at least more rising action, more build up to him coming into the story at some point. I'm really interested to see how the characters are kind of shaped after this interaction, because it's not just Scar. It's not just Scar. It's Winry, it's Ed, it's Al, it's everybody. I mean, maybe a little bit less Ed and Al, but a lot of Winry and Scar. I mean, it's just these episodes are just so loaded. It's kind of like, where do I even start with it? It's too much. It's too much. The show is too much to react to. It's literally too much to talk about for somebody like me who doesn't just, you know, sit there and go like, oh wow, they're fighting. But you know, I try and there's so much I pick up on, and there's so much that's not me gloating. It's just like I see so much happening in front of me that I just don't know what to say. All I know is that it's really, really good, and I kind of want to let the story spin its own wheels. I don't need to constantly throw out predictions or too much, but I see it. I see exactly what it's doing. I don't know. I think I do. I always think I know exactly where something's going, and then more twists and more details and more turns, and it's just like, why am I even trying? Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an absolutely incredible episode, as they all are. I mean, they're getting better and better, and we haven't even touched what was going on with Ling Yao yet. We still got more fighting going on with him and Bradley. Can't wait to see how that goes down, but that is gonna have to wait till next time. Thank you very much. I will see you all in the next one. Later.